Have you ever had one of those days where you sit down after a short walk and your legs just throb? Maybe it's a dull ache in your calves, or a tight burning sensation around your knees, or perhaps it's that sharp stabbing pain that seems to come out of nowhere. And even after you rest, it doesn't fully go away. It lingers, like an unwanted guest. If you've experienced that more often lately, you're not imagining things. Leg pain becomes more common after 60. Not because we're doing more, but because our bodies are quietly dealing with something deeper: inflammation. Now, when people hear the word inflammation, they often think of something sudden, like a swollen ankle after a fall. But the kind I'm talking about is different. It's chronic, it's silent, and it builds up over time. It's like a small fire smoldering inside your joints and muscles, slowly wearing things down. And the older we get, the more sensitive we become to this type of inflammation, especially in the legs, where we carry all our weight, where we move the most, and where circulation can slow down with age. The good news is, there's something you can do, and it starts right on your plate. Food isn't just fuel. At our age, it's medicine. The right foods can help calm that internal fire, reduce the swelling, ease the pressure on your joints, and bring back comfort you may have thought was gone for good. Today, I want to share with you 6 of the best anti-inflammatory foods to reduce leg pain naturally. No pills, no gimmicks, just real food that works with your body. If you want to feel more in control of your body and learn simple, natural ways to ease leg pain and move more freely every day, please comment below with number 1 or comment number 2 if you feel frustrated or even scared when your legs hurt and you don't know what's causing it. Your comment will help us understand what you need most, so we can keep sharing helpful, honest content that truly supports you. Now, let's begin with something simple but powerful: berries. You might already enjoy them with breakfast or as a snack, but what you may not know is that these tiny fruits are packed with compounds that fight inflammation right at the source. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries. They're rich in antioxidants like anthocyanins, which give them their vibrant color. But those pigments do more than look pretty. They help block the signals in your body that lead to inflammation. I remember a woman named Janet, a sweet 74-year-old with persistent knee stiffness. She started adding a handful of frozen blueberries to her oatmeal every morning. After a few weeks, she told me, "I don't know what it is, but my knees feel looser. I'm not wincing every time I get out of the recliner." That's the quiet power of these fruits. They don't scream for attention, but they go to work behind the scenes, helping your joints recover from years of use and helping your muscles feel less sore after even a short walk around the neighborhood. Now, let's talk about something a little richer in flavor, something you might use in your cooking, but never realized was helping your legs. Olive oil. Not just any oil, but real, extra virgin olive oil. This golden liquid is a staple in Mediterranean diets, and for good reason. It contains oleocanthal, a natural compound that acts similarly to anti-inflammatory drugs, without the side effects. I once had a gentleman, Carl, who was dealing with persistent calf cramps. He was wary of medication, so we looked at his diet instead. He swapped out his vegetable oil for olive oil in his salad dressings, sautés, and even drizzled a little on toast. He didn't notice much at first, But after a month, he called and said, "I walked to the corner store and back without needing to sit down. First time in a year." That's the magic of small changes. You don't need to overhaul everything. Sometimes it's just choosing a better oil, one that supports your joints rather than stressing them. These are just the first two foods, simple, everyday ingredients that can quietly transform how your legs feel and function. And once you begin to notice the difference, even small steps become easier. Evenings don't end in soreness. Mornings don't begin with stiffness. Let's keep going, because there's another food that might already be in your kitchen, and it holds surprising power to reduce leg pain from the inside out. You might already have it in your pantry or tucked away on the spice rack: turmeric. That golden yellow powder that adds color to curries and soups. It's so much more than a seasoning. It's one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatories. And when it comes to calming leg pain, especially the kind that lingers in your joints or flares up when the weather changes, it can make a real difference. The secret lies in a compound called curcumin, found inside turmeric. It works by blocking molecules in your body that trigger inflammation, kind of like turning off the faucet before your joints start to swell. But here's something a lot of folks don't realize. Curcumin is stubborn. It doesn't absorb well on its own. You have to pair it with black pepper, just a pinch, to unlock its power. There's a sweet older man I used to see, Mr. Jenkins, 76 years old, a retired plumber who swore by a turmeric tea he made every night. Just warm almond milk, a half teaspoon of turmeric, a dash of black pepper, and a drizzle of honey. He said it helped him sleep easier because his knees didn't ache every time he turned in bed. It's these little rituals that start to add up. A simple cup of golden milk taken regularly becomes more than a bedtime drink. It becomes a way to tell your body, "I hear you, and I'm helping." Next up is something you might not associate with inflammation at all, because it's often seen as just a vegetable. But leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are some of the most overlooked healing foods for leg pain. They're packed with magnesium and vitamin K, both of which play crucial roles in reducing inflammation and supporting the health of your muscles and bones. Magnesium, especially, helps your muscles relax. And when your muscles are tense, whether from walking, sitting too long, or just the natural tightness that comes with age, it can lead to discomfort and cramps in your legs. I remember my Aunt Clara, who had the habit of eating a spinach salad with dinner every night. She didn't think much of it, just something she'd done for years. But after she had to stop for a while during a hospital stay, she told me something surprising. "My legs started cramping again," she said. "I thought it was just being in bed too long. But once I got home and started my salad routine again, the pain eased up." It's not always the fancy superfoods that change your life. Sometimes it's the things our bodies have known and loved for decades. Fresh greens, simply prepared, can be powerful allies against leg discomfort. And speaking of comfort, we can't forget about one of the most soothing, satisfying, and surprisingly healing foods of all: fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines. These are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which are like nature's anti-inflammatory warriors. They help lower the chemicals in your body that cause joint pain and stiffness, especially in the legs and knees. And the best part? They don't just reduce inflammation, they also help lubricate the joints, making it easier to move without that creaky, grinding sensation that so many people describe. A woman I used to treat, Eleanor, sharp as a tack at 82, started eating salmon twice a week after reading about omega-3s in her church newsletter. She baked it simply with lemon and herbs. After about 2 months, she came into the clinic, sat down, and said, "Doc, I think I'm walking better than I have in years." Her stride was smoother. Her ankles weren't as swollen. And most importantly, she wasn't afraid of the stairs anymore. That's what these foods can do. They don't promise overnight miracles, but they offer steady, lasting support. The kind that helps you feel safe in your own body again. The kind that lets you go out for a walk without wondering, will I be able to make it back? Or stand up after a meal without wincing? We've already talked about berries, olive oil, turmeric, leafy greens, and fatty fish. Each of them offers a different kind of relief. But when combined, they work like a gentle team, easing pressure on your legs from all angles. There's one last food I want to share with you. It's not flashy, it's not expensive, but it's often missing from the diets of older adults. And when it's added back in, the difference in leg pain can be remarkable. It's beans. That's right, humble, simple beans. Black beans, lentils, chickpeas, kidney beans. Whichever kind you prefer, they all have something special in common. They're packed with fiber, plant-based protein, and powerful antioxidants. But more importantly for your legs, they're rich in polyphenols, compounds that help fight chronic inflammation in the muscles and joints. You might be wondering how something as ordinary as beans can make such a difference in how your legs feel. But think of them as slow-burning fuel. They help regulate your blood sugar, which in turn helps reduce inflammatory responses in the body. And because they're full of fiber, they support a healthy gut. And there's more and more research showing that inflammation often starts in the gut, especially as we age. I remember a couple, Bob and Louise, both in their early 70s, who started doing meatless Mondays to cut back on red meat and try more plant-based meals. They replaced one dinner a week with lentil soup or black bean chili. After a couple of months, Louise told me her legs didn't ache as much when she stood for long stretches in the kitchen, and Bob said he was sleeping better because his legs weren't twitching all night. Just one night a week. That's all they changed. Beans also provide magnesium and potassium, two minerals that older adults are often low in. And when you're low in these, your muscles are more likely to cramp, your nerves become more sensitive, and even a simple walk to the mailbox can feel like a chore. But when you give your body the nutrients it's craving, the difference can be both surprising and deeply comforting. You don't need to become a vegetarian. You don't need to completely change your diet. But weaving in beans a few times a week, maybe in a soup, a salad, or even mashed into a sandwich spread, can help nourish your legs in a way that feels almost effortless. When you look at the big picture, these 6 foods aren't trendy or exotic. They're natural, accessible, and rooted in generations of traditional wisdom. Berries, olive oil, turmeric, leafy greens, fatty fish, and beans. They've been with us all along. They don't just feed the body, they calm it. They give it the tools to fight back against years of wear and tear and help restore a sense of ease that many people believe is gone for good. Now, maybe you're thinking, I've tried eating better before, and it didn't change much. I get it. The hard part about leg pain is that it creeps in slowly, but we expect fast results when we try something new. The truth is, these foods aren't quick fixes, but they are real fixes. They support your body in ways that medication can't always reach. They don't just cover up the pain, they help address what's causing it in the first place. And the best part? They're not just good for your legs. They're good for your heart, your brain, your sleep, your energy, your overall sense of well-being. Because when your legs feel better, you move more. When you move more, your circulation improves. When your circulation improves, your organs function better. It all connects. It all matters. So whether you start by adding some berries to your breakfast, or swapping vegetable oil for olive oil, or making a simple bean salad for lunch, you're not just eating, you're healing. You're choosing to give your legs and your whole body a little extra support. And that choice, made consistently over time, is what leads to the biggest changes. Let's talk about what all of this really means for you. Not just in your kitchen, but in your daily life. Because it's not just about food, it's about freedom. The kind that comes when pain stops holding you back. Imagine waking up in the morning and stepping out of bed without that tight, aching pull in your calves. Picture going for an afternoon stroll and actually enjoying the scenery without having to stop and rub your knees. Think about climbing into bed at night and stretching your legs out without that familiar twinge of discomfort. That's what we're really talking about here. Not just food, not just nutrients, but moments like these. Moments of ease, of comfort, of living fully in your body again. When we think about getting older, we're often told that pain is just part of the deal. But I want you to know that's not the whole truth. Yes, our bodies change. Yes, we move a little slower. We stiffen up more easily. We need more care. But that doesn't mean we're powerless. We still get to choose what we put on our plate. And that simple choice, repeated every day, can either feed the fire of inflammation or help put it out. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just start with one small step. Maybe it's swapping your morning muffin for a bowl of oatmeal with blueberries, or adding a spinach salad to dinner a few nights a week, or trying salmon instead of sausage on Sunday. The point isn't perfection, it's progress. And progress is what gets you back on your feet, literally. If something in today's video spoke to you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Tell me, have you tried any of these foods? Do you have a go-to meal that helps you feel better? Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to feel inspired to begin. And if this video gave you even one useful idea, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And don't forget to subscribe for more simple, realistic ways to take care of your health after 60. You deserve to feel good in your body. You deserve days with less pain and more movement. You deserve evenings spent enjoying life, not icing your knees. And while these foods aren't magic, they are powerful. They're tools. And you're never too old to pick up a new tool and build a stronger, healthier version of your life. Take care of yourself. Be kind to your legs. And remember, every bite is a step toward feeling better. So, Step forward. You've got this.